Hello and welcome to another turn of the False Pretenders. We are on turn 45 and we just witnessed the death of Aramor. So we've got a message from Calum, presumably talking about it. Alright, well the final battle went about how I expected. Painful but nothing serious. I am now in a dominant position. The only thing that can stop me from winning is a large coalition. I think that seems true. So far, TNN and Hinnom are on good terms. Yomi, Pelagia, Marverni, and Van are potential enemies. Although, from what we've seen, right, Yomi is sort of still fighting TNN. And Van, who is actively trying to set up the coalition, is not having much success. TNN will not peace out with Yomi, so that keeps Yomi stuck there. Marverni is scared of Hinnom. Okay, so we don't get a lot of messages from Marverni. So that's the first
So
insight
here.
we've
You've not
had.
introduced me this time, which I can't believe. So negligent of you. So
That's my bad.
interesting. But I think that he's probably worried about Hinnom because he did invite him in. Hinnom invited Marverni and
Changed his mind.
and then sort of changed his mind and took some provinces from him, and it's maybe a bit confusing for Marverni.
But did he? I don't remember him having armies like in position to do anything about it.
I think he's just worried in a general sense that they could be a target.
Yeah,
which I think is reasonable, unless he knows. Well, Hinnom is fighting TNN, so it's probably not going to happen. But I don't know if Marverni knows that.
Right.
But if he thinks Hinnom's like pieced out with all the elves, I mean, the logical one is to go after Marverni, I guess, because he's been pretty friendly with Yomi.
Yeah. He thinks Pelagia has too much to lose and less to gain, so it's doubtful he'll attack first. I mean, that's true unless Pelagia is going to lose the whole game by Calum winning.
Yeah, you lose everything if someone else wins. So.
Right. Those 3 forts aren't worth a lot if you've lost the game.
Yeah.
And that leaves Van.
I mean, yeah, if it's just a 1v1 with Calum and Van, I mean, Van's pretty strong, but Calum
a lot
is
bigger.
The strongest in the game, so.
Yep. That leaves Vanheim.
If he's allowed to have a 1v1 with Van and he just wins.
Yeah, I think he'll win any 1v1.
Yeah, I don't think if he's able to do it in without being distracted at any point, which it kind of sounds like he might be able to, then I don't even think a coalition can stop him at that point.
Yep. Okay, he sees the Van is taking thrones, which worries him. He saw the god in action, and he doesn't immediately look like he has a mono drop solution. Needs to make some countermeasures. I am trying to drum up the fear of Van, and the idea that I'm only fighting him to stop a blood power. That is a real casus belli there.
Yeah, I don't even think we've really seen much evidence of Van blood hunting.
We've seen none.
They're not really a big blood power.
I mean, eventually they'll bring on storm demons, which are a pain, but
yeah, but it's not going to be like sacred blood summons.
No,
it's not going to be like an army of 100. They're not very big. It's too expensive for Van, really, unless they get loads of vampires. And I don't think that's happening anytime soon.
It doesn't appear. In truth, if I kill Van, I will likely win the game. Agreed. I'll have 5 thrones and border 2 independent thrones. Time will tell. Same army plans before. Next large fight, I'll have Stygian Reigns and Shimmering Fields. Stygian Reigns is great because they have a lot of magic weapons on Calum. So you're just sort of helping yourself instead of it being both sides.
Yeah, I think the Van Heers have magic weapons as well.
Yeah, I mean the Van Heers do too, but
it's not going to be a huge deal, I think.
Yeah. Shimmering Fields can deal a lot of damage, although it depends how much shock resistance they have. Yeah, and like you said, it won't matter against Van Sacreds, but against other things he might bring, it does. And then need to decide if raiding is best option or massive bird attack on the cap.
Yep, well, maybe you can just do both at this point.
Could maybe do both.
Let's hear from Pelagia. I want to know.
All right, we'll check with Pelagia first, then we'll check the map.
What they're thinking.
After my failure to take all lands, as well as my disaster versus Van, I'm not entirely sure what my best course of action is. I'm close to Alt 9, but not sure which farming can pull me out of this hole I have made for myself.
Okay, that was. Well, that's interesting though. He is close to it.
Right,
We
because
weren't sure.
we weren't sure exactly where people were at from a research perspective. So we know that this line is close to Alt
So,
9.
so do you think he has all this research and he's clearly put a huge amount of it just into alteration? Do you think
Right.
if he'd have got a bunch of other stuff, he might, maybe he could have been able to fight Van?
I
Because he wasn't
mean,
really using a huge amount of
yeah,
good magic in those
we didn't
fights.
see a lot of magic. I'm certain that there is a set of magic that could have sort of made something happen. I'm trying to remember. Obviously, it wasn't EA Pelagia; it was MA Pelagia. But right, like Arco in the tournament game rolled out with lots of mid game stuff when he fought
Yeah,
Jotunheim.
yeah, yeah. I think
So
they're
it's
quite a
possible.
different nation in some
Uh,
senses. I'm not too sure. Pelagia is definitely not my forte.
no,
But
it's
I feel like there's a good amount of like mid-game stuff that you could have a lot more than Van has, because Van has bad research for compared to the other players, and Pelagia is like I don't know,
right.
2, 3,
I mean, yeah, Van has Drain.
4 times more than him. So, well, I'm just interested in your perspective. Do you think it was a good idea to just rush for Wish and ignore pretty much everything else, which he seems to have done, or do you think he should have gone for more of a
Trying to
mid-game
decide.
play and
So
then the late-game option of the Wish?
I think it would have been nice if he could take out one more nation. Right. So
Yeah.
he doesn't have, he's got a large amount of pond, so he doesn't like necessarily have to go anywhere. But I think it would have been really nice if he could get a little bit more magic and then make plays at these lakes.
Yeah, I think that would have been really good. Because his issue is he's going to get Wish, and then he's not going to have the research to actually do anything with it. I don't think, because he's going to use it to get gems. I think so. If he doesn't
Yeah,
have
but he should
something to
be
use
able
those
to.
gems on, then he might as well have got the other magic and then get the Wish after.
That's true. I feel like once you get, you could also, I mean, you can wish for a lot of things though, which can also help you depending on what your gem situation is, right? You can potentially sink gems into other things.
Well, that's true, but I don't think he has a huge gem income because he's not like huge or anything, is he? So
he's definitely not huge. Gems. I mean, he's kind of middling of the non-Kalem players.
yeah, so I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure about this.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would have been nice if he could have taken this lake and then, or like these lakes and done a little bit more. But I don't.
Yeah,
I don't
especially
think
that one that like Yomi and TNN have kept fighting over about a dozen times.
Right.
That pretty much like that kind of really solidifies his ability to have that throne.
Right, and like you go take this, right? What is what is TNN going to do about it? Nothing. Just like magic phase somebody.
They've had
in
like a thug guy that keeps going in there, and you can just a few water elementals I think could just kill him.
Right.
And then like Yomi, I guess could thug a Dione into it, but he doesn't have that. He doesn't have enough resources to do that, and it's still pretty risky.
Yeah.
Because Pelagia could just soul slay it, or he could water elementals, and it's hard to beat all those things with one guy.
Right. I mean, I think part of Pelagia's potential part, right? So his scales are not very good.
They're all right. I mean, he's not going to have loads of gems, but I don't know. He has a decent amount of income from those scales.
Yeah. Because I'm trying to, it's been so long since we've seen his bless. I'm trying to remember exactly what's on it, and I remember it being fairly tailored to killing underwater, like a substantial enough bless. So like giving Theranos a lot of respect.
I think, didn't it?
Yeah, I think it did have cold resistance, and he just is not going to have very many sacreds on land.
No, really. I mean they're not going to really matter too much, I think.
Yeah, I think Arco was doing a lot of raiding, right, with the equivalent of these guys and cubes, I think.
I think the cubes.
And he had Farcaster and Shrouds.
Yeah. Yeah, which does. I mean, that's more astral gems that's going to cost you, so it's a little bit.
Yeah, I mean it's a cost.
A little bit awkward to wish, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not wholly convinced on this, but I'm not wholly convinced on EA Pelagia as a nation. So,
I mean, I think you're joining the rest of the entire community on that one.
yeah, yeah. No, this was an original thought just by me. Sure.
Yeah, EA Pelagia, tough time getting out of the
Yeah.
water.
Well, it sounds like they're not going against Kalen.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't.
It sounds like Mardoni isn't. It's. I mean, it's Kalem's game to lose really at this point. I think.
I think so.
It's got to be an over 50% chance.
Looks like he went ahead and patrolled maybe in Airmore. The army's all still here.
Yep, not sure.
Also, Calum now in possession of a potential blood economy.
Yeah, I mean, he's saying he's going after Van to stop the Blood Nation, but it's possible if he gets that up and running quite quickly that he has more of a blood economy than Van.
Yeah, I don't know that he's going to be able to devote the magic to, or like the research to it anytime soon, but...
Should we see how big his research craft went up this turn?
Yes.
War.
Wolf.
Yeah, I think he can divert it if he wants to. Right.
That's a bit of a spike there.
Yeah.
A lot of mages researching. Okay. I mean, yeah, I think he's in a great position. Let's go ahead and take a look at some battles, though.
Yeah, there's always TNN and Yomi battles.
This one didn't work.
It's a vampire.
Just a casual, actual, factual vampire.
Well, he's still a commander, so I think do you get that if you have death scales and you can get it for an event?
I don't know, maybe.
I know you can get a Wraith Lord, can't you? Or maybe you can get a vampire.
I don't have all the events memorized.
Really? Wow, that's shameful.
I know, right?
Wow.
And he's just in here with his invulnerability.
Yeah, Life Drain isn't really going to help him against
all the undead
units that don't have life. So maybe
does he have regen? Oh yeah, he does.
They have regen.
Yeah, they have regen. Oh, but I don't know. He'll be back though.
Yeah.
TNN gets another win out of his birds. Oh, what is this? Oh, they're fighting Belial.
This is the Demon Lord.
All right, so he's got.
Okay, so we've got a Melkart.
We've got a Melkart. Burning Blade. I still don't quite understand. Flesh Eater, Dragon Helmet, Boots, Anti-Magic, Ring of Fire. Okay, so maybe this is just for like more fire. No, it doesn't even give fire resistance. This guy's gonna do Enlarge and Regen probably, and then he's got Assorted.
He's got some
chaff.
dudes. Got some dudes with him.
Meanwhile, over here, it's Belial with the large fire elemental. And this guy's doing imps, it looks like. He's got a Flesh Eater. Which, is that the Flesh Eater that he might get him?
Yeah, he might get that back, so...
Yeah, this guy up to 89 hit points. 10% regen. I think his biggest risk here is actually that the Melkart gets HP routed by the army.
I don't think there's really any risk here. I think he's just gonna.
Well, I don't know. Not that there's a large risk, just that I don't see the Melkart.
I don't think they're gonna kill very much, really. Are they? Like they're just gonna.
I mean, people can kind of the long day to hate fire elementals. There goes the mage. He just wandered in. Like, yeah, I mean, they routed. It looks like they routed Belial.
How did they? He has like 30. Morale.
Did the HP route?
How did? Well, yeah, but the fire elementals don't count towards because they're not on the battle at the start. So
So he's 44 HP. This guy's 10 HP. The blood slaves are each. The blood slaves count. They're each 9 HP.
That still shouldn't be enough, though.
Yeah, it would be just under.
Well, that's only 27. I mean,
well, that's yeah, plus the 10 here.
Did he just run in after?
Did he?
No, the blood mage.
The blood mage, yeah, he ran out of stuff. He has nothing to cast. Where did Belial run off?
He just didn't want to be there anymore. He was like,
he just pieced out.
You'll be able to check if you after he jumps in the air, If you do F1,
Yeah.
team, then you'll be able to see what happens to him. No, he must jump in somewhere
He must. All right,
in the army.
let's. I think did he just jump in here and get? There he is.
There we go.
There we go. He's getting. He
He's
jumped.
hiding
the
behind
Melkite just
There we go.
bops him. But I do feel somewhat vindicated, right? And that even with him not on the field, these the fire elementals do route. I thought they routed, some of this stuff. But all right, he loses 9 dudes, 18, another one, and then a bunch of long dead. But Belial down, and he maybe got some of his stuff back.
Okay. Well, the buffer
She-Lord.
state.
Oh. Hello. Okay. All right.
This war is the gift that keeps on giving.
It is. Oh, I don't
And
think TNN has enough stuff here.
Yeah.
That is a lot of Tengu.
It is. There's a good amount of Shikome, and that I think is that the most Ione we've seen in one fight. There's a lawman there.
Might be. This guy's doing. He's doing Howl.
Probably.
This guy's got a lot of gems.
Yeah, Dai Tengu can do Howl with a for some as well.
Yeah, but he's definitely. Can they? You need to be.
You can do a gem for the strength of Gaia,
yeah,
and then
you have to strength of Gaia first.
Cast it afterwards.
But this isn't enough gems for that because you'd have to gem for Gaia.
He's not just like he has the option to do it anyway. So it's just not like giving him anything new.
Well, no, and he's got death gems, which he's not going to be spending anytime soon, as well as a stone bird, a handful of acorns, and an ice lance.
I like him. He's got ideas.
This
I don't know what
like
they are, but
your D&D character that's rolled on the random table a couple times. He's like, yeah, I'll take that.
This looks like the kind of D&D characters I make. Yeah.
Let's check out our. All right, we got a lifelong, a ring. Do you like LLP on a Dione?
Not really, but I like seeing it. Other people, I think it's good.
This guy's got a crown.
Yeah, I mean, it does make him able to like. He can probably take small armies with that at that point, even without much other gear. And he's also a D4 with that, so he can. His chaff generation is pretty huge, to be fair, with the summon earth power.
It is.
Pretty great. It's pretty great. I would like to see these guys with some different armor, though.
That's what I was about to say. So this guy can do summon earth power, and he's got the boots, the messenger. So he's got 3 Reinvig. He's going to go up to 5, I guess.
Yeah. So if you give them a different armor, then you basically don't need the boots, the messenger.
Right. And he's gonna if with the fast casting hat, right? He's gonna fatigue out.
Yeah, I can hear him snoring already.
This guy's got birch boots, a dancing shield, a ring of regen, and a dragon helmet. This guy is going to fatigue out as well.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ran a burning pearl. Okay. So, a lot of stuff here. Meanwhile, the Elvish side has got
less.
Less
is the main. What have the She Lords got? Have they got anything cool? They've got an F4.
GSS.
This is the hit squad.
That's the squad that's gonna try and get it done.
It's gonna hurt quite a lot because presumably he's gonna lose them. But they might. Maybe they'll get on their target. And
maybe some chewed up banshees with no gems. Yeah. Yomi has brought a lot more to this fight.
Yeah. TNN's brought a knife and Yomi's brought a gun.
Yeah.
But wolves doing a nice bit attracting evocations.
Yeah, Wailing Winds.
The Tengu shooting at their own wolves instead of the enemy.
Wow, that's just to be expected.
Yeah.
Mist. Okay. There's Howl.
We've got Wailing Winds by. Yeah.
Natural Storm.
The storm. The Tengu don't care about the storm.
Tengu don't care.
They jump in, and some of them will die.
Oh, did they get Wind of Death? Yeah, they got Wind of Death.
Oof.
Now, Wind of Death isn't as relevant, right? Because these guys have a pretty old age.
They do come from the land of the ever young, so
Right.
not.
Although it's not like when we were looking at the Warhammer mod. The
Would
lizards
have
that
like
live for
10,000
like
age.
10,000 years.
I love like each slan has like that goes up. Each generation has like a few thousand more years they can live as well.
Yeah.
As if it's never going to make any difference. But it's there.
They can just tank Wind of Death all day. Yeah, this is not going to work out.
The She Lords, because the storm got cast, they can't cast flight and go
They
straight
cast
on
their own storm. They cast storm.
I know, but because of that,
But okay, yes,
they're still
not,
unable to just jump on the large target,
Yeah,
and so they kind of get distracted by people.
Way too much stuff here for them to even really get in. So Yomi loses 5 Tengu, no, I'm sorry, 10 Tengu and 5 Shikome. TNN loses the lot.
Yeah, that's
And 1 She-Lord got away.
that's a lot of gold lost for TNN.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah,
This is
that's probably nearly 2 turns worth of gold income.
Yeah. That was pretty brutal. They're gonna feel that one in the morning.
Yeah.
Units have gotten younger.
Well, that's good.
And then Independence attack Pelagia, but lose. Gotta give this pro guard something to do.
Yeah, they've got to earn their keep.
Yep.
They're basically just like prison wardens in the water, like stopping the inmates of the Independence getting out.
Yep. Did he root out another event? No, Killing Scout. Are there lots of those? No. Okay, so TNN is plus on land, but lost. That's pretty tough on this. Pretty tough.
Yeah, if one of them wins a big battle, the other one seems to win.
Take all the land.
Yeah, and then it's just.
And then it switches. I mean, I don't think that this army is unkillable by TNN.
I don't think so. Not if it's they bring everything.
Right. I think that they have lost though a lot of Tuatha. I don't know how many Tuatha they actually have left.
They have, but what's their how many candles do they have in their cap? I don't really. Yeah, they're making like 7 or something a turn, I think. So yeah. they can churn them out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, they've got a hero. They've got Ogma, the wise man.
Yes.
And I think he actually he could probably kill a Dione because he has a pretty good high damage armor piercing weapon.
Okay.
So
I think right now the problem, right, is he theoretically brought counters, sort of quote unquote to the Dione, but he couldn't actually get them into melee with the Dione.
It was just more stuff beats that stuff.
Right, he didn't have enough.
Yeah.
Not enough there. So that was a patrolling
The Wailing Winds is pretty. He doesn't really have a count. Well, he could cast Ravenous. What's it called? Ravenous Fury.
It's Gift of Fury, Growing Fury.
Growing Fury.
Yeah,
so I guess he can cast that if he has the research.
Yep.
But that's not ideal because you want your it lowers your defense when you go berserk, right? So.
It does. And your mages can go berserk too.
Yeah. And if Yomi wants, then he can do a lot of chaff generation. The Wailing Winds, that could be quite hard for because TNN Sacreds aren't. They don't kill stuff super fast.
Right. I think there's some like the one attack.
Yeah, so it could be a little tricky for him to beat that combo.
Yeah, you sort of want to be able to end the battle quickly. But some of these units are still very vulnerable. Like if he brought air elementals, all of these are vulnerable to air elementals. These guys are vulnerable.
If there's a big fight, it's going to be painful to both sides. Nobody's going to win it.
Yeah.
This was just like a medium commitment against a pretty much an all-in.
Right.
Apart from the flagellants.
Yes, right from the flagellants. Still waiting on their day, but I think that could have been.
Had a bunch of crystal sorceresses as well. Running forward there.
Yeah, crystal priestess. Yeah, he was making crystal priestesses. He's got more than one. Yeah. And That does give him the sacred tag. But
Not really helpful. With his
yeah,
blessed
he's
save,
getting
but...
some fire resistance and
Yeah, I'm
barb skin.
surprised he hasn't had them like further up to buff the Dione.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe luck would be good because they've got regen. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. But I do I don't think that this Yomi army is unstoppable from a TNN perspective.
No, maybe you do like 1,000 Call the Winds cast, and that might do it.
That he's been very successful with calling the winds.
Yeah, it's when you have like so much back and forth, you start just doing 1 PD all the time, and they can deal with that pretty well.
Yep.
So.
That's true. That's what we've absolutely seen. Okay. Hinam has opened up a new front, and he's cut off TNN from their fancy throne. Do you think these forces are headed here?
Is the Pope a Catholic? But... yeah, I think they're going to go there.
He doesn't have a lot of mages here, though, unless there's more in this group.
When there's a Melkart, there's a way.
That is true.
Commanded by temporary kits, the Melkart.
Yes.
That explains the Burning Blade to you then.
That's true. That's true. I feel like he didn't make the Hall of Fame, but like I feel like this guy got a heroic traitor singing, so they couldn't change the name.
That would be hilarious.
No, I guess not.
He's not even got much XP yet.
Yeah, no. Well, he has 42 kills with only 39 XP.
How does that?
I think that you're dealing AOE damage.
But
you
I
get
thought
like
you got
1 XP per
I thought
swing.
you got like. I thought you got like an X. Yeah. Oh, do you?
I think you get 1 XP for each turn you're alive, and then you get 1. I thought you got 1 per swing.
I know you get more if you win the battle.
You also, I think, get 1 for winning a battle, or maybe 2 for winning a battle and 1 for retreating from a battle. It's not just kills though.
Okay.
Well, I have a Melkart in a different
hope.
game, and it was tragic. There was a barbarian attack, and I was like, perfect, an opportunity to farm some experience. And the barbs made it into melee, got hit 1 time, and routed.
Nice.
That's like, well, come back.
I mean, that seems like a good problem to have overall. Some people are out there seeing barbs attack and like, oh no.
No, I was here to farm them, and then they fled.
The tactical Misfortune 3 play on Hinnom, so you get more indie attacks so you can farm.
There you go.
That's the elite level strat.
That is an next level strat. So if Marverni is afraid of Hinnom, what are all these troops doing?
They're hedging their bets. That's what they're doing. I feel like if you see Hinnom going the TNN throne, then you kind of go, he's not going to attack me, and you just attack TNN as well. Or, I mean, really, he needs to fight Caleb, but he doesn't seem interested in that.
Right. Nobody
only Van.
Wants to fight
only the guy
elves.
in the Eye of the Storm is
right. The person with like a 10 province border who's already had to cede territory is like, guys.
Yeah, well, reasonably so. I mean, everyone does need to fight. The Kalem, like, being in between the water, I think has helped them.
Yes.
In the 2x2, I think that's
Yeah, it's one sort of fewer nation that can sort of realistically come after them. I think they've also been helped. I mean, it's not something that we were able to see.
Yeah, the chaos on their western border has been
the chaos has been great, and honestly, I think all these mountains are just a huge disincentive.
Like, especially with Caleb having cold scales.
Right, especially with Caleb and cold scales, and you're fighting the birds. Like, what a nightmare. Clearly, I should have double checked when I was making the map what I was doing.
Yeah, we'll just blame you.
Although to be fair, it was not guaranteed spawns. So I think Caleb could have also started somewhere over here. Here. Because they both have a Highland start.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
But, right. Who's?
Well,
I think that's everybody.
I don't think anything's really changed vis-a-vis Kalen, so I don't need to discuss that. That
No.
army's still on O'More.
Yep.
Just
And it seems like
hitting the books.
Calum is worried about is thinking about going on Vanheim. I think that's what his message sort of. He's trying to tell people that he's going to fight Vanheim to avoid a throne rush, and you can't see how massive the air quotes.
Oh no,
are.
I think he's.
Oh no, blood power.
He's
blood
going
power.
down the blood power route, you know, with the propaganda options.
Because nothing says I'm a huge blood power like a 275 gold blood one.
Well, you know, recruit anywhere. So it's yeah. Think about the scalability.
Yeah, from our no scales van.
Yeah. Look at that! Look at the Order 1 scale he's got.
I'd say that's from the throne.
That would help out against the unrest from Blood Hunting.
Yes.
No, I don't think it's. I don't. You know, I don't. It's obviously not convincing, but it could be convincing to people that, you know,
don't. Yeah.
So I think some people probably don't want to believe how far ahead Caleb is, so they don't have to go and deal with it. So anything is kind of like a nice comfort.
They're jumping on the lifeline of it'll be fine.
Yeah, it's possible Caleb has got a lot of stuff patrol. They haven't really seen them catch any scouts there, have we? To be fair, so
yeah,
I don't know. Maybe just people don't think they need to send their scouts there because, you know, they need them nearer to them.
Yeah, maybe. So we know that Van and Caleb sort of pieced out, right? Van bribed him off with some provinces, but do they have a nap? You think?
Well, I think it's probably been cancelled if they do. So
right.
I'm gonna go with no.
That would be the hilarious. All right, I'll give you this stuff in return for a nap 3. You're like, okay, they're like, all right. I'm ending the nap
3 is now ended. Yeah.
You have purchased 3 turns.
Yep.
I have never had anybody actually do that, but I can envision people doing that. Do you think you'd honor it?
I've had people kind of imply that they were going to do it and then not actually do it, which was even more confusing. And people were like, I'm thinking of attacking you actually, and I was like, but are you going to? And they were like, no. And I was like, oh, okay.
Okay.
So,
just wanted you to know that
I'm thinking of attacking you, but I'm not actually.
It's on the table. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that we've pretty much set our bit then for this one.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and wrap up.
Hope everyone enjoyed that one. The geopolitics keep developing.
They are. We'll see. Can the world unite against Caleb or not?
It doesn't seem like it. My confidence is very low.
Yeah, they gotta the UN here has gotta convene and everybody's gonna start talking to each other.
It's a disunited nations.
This is when Vanheim is creating a Discord group with everyone except Caleb and is like, guys.
Yeah, when a server gets made, that's when you know it's real.
Yeah, right. You've been invited to join a chat. Oh, okay. This is what's happening.
Okay, no, I feel like I actually do need to do something now. It's got to this stage.
All right, well, we'll go ahead and end there. Thanks everyone for joining us. Thanks Arpathius for joining me. I'm sorry I missed your intro.
Yeah, well, at least we got half the greetings and leavings. So yeah, thank you everyone for joining. Yeah.
Yep, and we look forward to seeing everybody in the next one. So adios and have a good day.
See ya.